Hello everybody, this is the King of Pikmin here yet again, and I just wanted to do a quick video for you guys. It might be like 5 minutes or so. I just wanted to, go over my hopes and my thoughts on what Raam could do in Killer Instinct. And there's a few things, the stream that happened last week on Tuesday, there were a few things briefly mentioned that I freaking hope pertain to Raam, okay? So I couldn't find footage of the stream anywhere really, so I won't be able to put it on the screen, but I mean, I don't know. I'll try to find, if I ever come across footage of the person saying this, then I can, I'll link it to you guys. Or you could go to their, you can go to the official Killer Instinct stream and look at their past streams, and you can look through and you'll find it there. Anyways, you know what I'll do? I'll look through where it happened on the stream, and I'll put timestamps for the stream in the description if you guys want to see when the guy says this. But alright, so first off, I hope... So Rash, as a guest character, didn't get his own stage. He's reusing Conrad's stage, but he has his own theme, which is awesome, by the way. It's not awesome he doesn't get his own stage. I really wish he did, but it's awesome. His theme is awesome. But I really hope that Raam gets a stage. And what stage do I hope that is, you ask? I hope it's the train that departed from Tyro Station. That's actually where you fight him in the final game. And, oh god, that would be... It might be hard for them to do, I'm not sure, but it'd be the first moving stage. And I just think that'd be so cool. I mean, it would just be like, trees and desert in the background, whatever. Well, there wouldn't even be trees out. Actually, I think there were trees in the original game. Anyways, that's beside the point. You guys see where I'm getting at with this. And then Gears of War, I own every Gears of War soundtrack because I love their music. It's got my favorite soundtrack out of any game. And if they do a theme for Gears of War, oh my god, it's going to be amazing. So, that's my, to start off, I want the train from the end of Gears of War 1 to be his stage and a Gears of War theme. That would just be phenomenal. And then from there, I was watching the stream, just, enjoying the gameplay and stuff, and then someone's, if you don't know, I'll put it up on the screen, but Rash, he has a throw where he lifts you up above his head and holds you there for a second and can actually walk around during that second and then chucks you. And you can, change directions.
So he has a throw. This lets you walk around with people.
Jeez.
You can turn around. Yep.
And then chucks you, and you can change directions, so you can take a step, then turn around and throw them back the other way. You can do whatever you want within that amount of time it gives you. And then someone on the stream that works on the game said after Rash was throwing the person a lot, and he said, if you guys think that Rash's throw is involved, wait till you see one of our season 3 characters. They have a throw that's a lot more involved. And I was like, what? Because what he means by involved is interactive and what you can do with it and everything. So my hopes for what he means by this is that Raam is that character. Of course, grabs are a big part to me, to a character. I love the grabs. And my theory on what he could do is, okay, so Gears of War, you down somebody, right? So you down them and they're down, and then you can hit any face button to do something else, like X curb stomp, hold Y for an execution, B for a quick execution, and A for human shield, right? So my hope is that you grab them, if you land your grab, you punch them in the stomach or headbutt them. Now that'd be sick. You lift them up off their feet and then headbutt them, and then they fall down on their knees and hands and knees, and then you can press a face button to get a different type of attack. So let's say you press X, it could be a side switching throw. A could just be a damage throw. B could be a knockback throw that keeps them away, and Y can be a restanding throw, so that you can get them into a mix-up situation. Now that would be first off, that'd be an amazing throwback. My voice is cracked there. Sorry. That would be an amazing throwback to Gears of War, as a franchise, and they're a big fan of doing that. Arbiter, they made the right trigger shoot the carbine. They gave him a shield, and his health bar is different. They do a lot to keep the characters intact and true to their franchise. So if they were to do that for Raam's throw, that would be amazing. And then from there, he could use his sword during some of these throws. He has a serrated sword that you guys saw in my last video, and I hope and maybe he can use his krill that can like attack the person, and that could be his restanding throw. He calls down a swarm of krill that like starts slicing them, and they stand up and start like trying to fight with the krill, and then the krill disperse and they're still standing. That could be like one idea for a throw, for like one of the continuations. And keep in mind, I said at the beginning of the video, but this isn't at all confirmed. I'm just speculating and what I would like to see. And then later in the stream, someone said, is Aghanos still the biggest character? And the guy said, he's still definitely the tallest and biggest, but in Season 3 we get very, very close to Aghanos' size. Now if you look, I'll put it up on the screen too, Arbiter's pretty close already to Aghanos, but I'm hoping that Raam is even bigger. Like, he's like rivals Aghanos. I'm hoping that he's, because when Arbiter's hunched over, Aghanos I'd say is a good foot above, and I want Raam to be at least the same size as Arbiter, but I prefer him to be bigger because, I don't know. I know elites are huge, but I'm just, I'm a glutton for like the huge characters, so. So that's just the two things that were mentioned in the stream that got me super hyped, because I hope it's Raam. Like, Raam isn't even officially, if sure, I mean, the leak is very plausible and very, like, leads me to believe that he's in the game, but it's not even official yet, so I could be speculating on a character that isn't even true. But it's the leak itself just is very credible and just seems very real, so. Now into his general gameplay. I hope that he's just like a brute, honestly, maybe a lot of armor on his enhanced attacks and stuff, and just like walks forward. I had mentioned before, if he does, I'd prefer he doesn't have a jump, or he has a jump that just like barely leaves the ground, because I want him to just really enforce being like this big brute that just like walks forward. But I don't know if they'll do that. It's a pretty big step to a character to not have a jump. I mean, they like, for instance, they already said the reason I don't think they're ever going to do that is because Glacius in Season 1 and 2 didn't have a dash, but they gave him a dash in Season 3 because they wanted, because a lot, like, new players, even though the dash sucks and it's completely useless, he has one, because they didn't want players to feel like, he's different than the others and doesn't have a universal tool, which is dashing.
So why did we do this? Well, it just, we're bringing new players in. We want to make sure the game is easy to understand. It didn't make sense that just the one character didn't have a dash, so now he has a bad one, just like his brother Aghanos.
So, they're not going to not give Raam a dash, but they gave Glacius a really sucky dash. So maybe Raam could have a jump where he just, like, barely comes off the ground, and when he lands, like, a bunch of dirt kicks up, and, like, it just feels like a powerful landing. I mean, I don't know if you guys agree that that would be cool, but I think it'd be really cool. But as far as that goes, he also has his Troika turret at the end of Gears of War 1, the portable one, which he could, like, my theory for his instinct, when he activates it, like, it zooms in on him, and it gets a little, and the screen gets dark now, if you saw in the stream, and, like, the krill can, like, he just, like, does his locust scream to the sky, and, like, at the end of Gears of War 1, he screams die at Raam and Marcus, and he could scream that, and he'll pull out his Troika turret, and then a swarm of krill will come down and surround him, and from there, he can just, like, walk forward, unloading the machine gun. He'll have to reload it every now and again, of course, but maybe the krill can give him, like, some sort of extra defensive capabilities, or he could send them out while he's reloading. I don't know. Just some ideas, guys. I mean, if you think my ideas are stupid, be sure to let me know, but if you like my ideas, be sure to also let me know. Like, tell me the feedback always, and I also think he should have an anti-air grab, especially if he can't jump, to deal with people jumping a lot. So, like, where he reaches up and, like, grabs them by the neck, and then, like, pulls out his sword and, like, stabs them with it. Like, that would be another homage to, the franchise. He loves friggin' picking people up and stabbing them in the gut. He does it to Kim. He tries to do it to Jace, but then ends up stabbing Valera because she saves him. But my point still stands. He loves picking people up and using his sword on them. So if he has, like, a grab where he, like, catches them out of the air and, like, holds them up and, like, does something to them with the sword, that'd be amazing. This video is getting a lot longer than I wanted it to be because I'm just getting carried away. I'm just so excited. But yeah, starting tomorrow, I'm going to be doing some Gears of War coverage, Gears of War 4. I'm going to start covering the news and stuff for that game. It's just in anticipation of the beta and the game coming out eventually later in the year. And I'm also going to be starting up Mortal Kombat matches again. I'm going to start spreading out and not doing Mortal Kombat only, just so you guys know and are aware of ahead of the time. But I'm going to be doing a channel update soon that goes over what I'm going to be doing exactly, so that you guys know what's coming. But Mortal Kombat will always be here. I'll always be playing it, but I am going to start branching out and doing other coverage too. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think of my ideas. It was a very brief, well, it wasn't that brief. Like a generic, I'd say, maybe not brief, but a generic rundown of what I'd like him to be like. I didn't go through like his normal attacks or, you know, anything like that. I just went over his size, maybe his grab, his instinct, his stage, and his music. So, yeah, that'll do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Thanks, guys.